Welcome to the news today, the 19th day of September 2022, a Monday. President Muhammadu Buhari has left Abuja on Sunday to attend the 77th General Assembly of the United Nations UNGA 77 in New York, USA. Key topics of discussion at the UNGA this year include the war in Ukraine, the global energy crisis, climate action, and ending the COVID-19 pandemic. The Nigerian leader will address the UNGA on September 21 and also participate in high-level meetings on combating illicit financial flows and side events, including the Nigeria International Economic Partnership Forum. President Muhammadu Buhari is expected back in the country on Monday, September 26. His deputy, on the other hand, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, has arrived in London ahead of the state funeral of the late Queen Elizabeth II of the UK. Professor Osinbajo will be representing Nigeria at a number of events while in the UK, including the funeral service. Upon his arrival in London on Sunday, according to his media aide, Laolu Akonde, the Vice President had signed the condolence register and paid respects at the Queen's lying-in state at Westminster. He is expected to join members of the royal family and other world leaders at the funeral service scheduled to hold at the Westminster Abbey today, Monday. The House of Representatives will resume its plenary at a temporary chamber. Clerk to the House, Yahaya Danzaria, who confirmed this in a statement, said owing to the ongoing renovation in the old chamber, members are expected to resume plenary on September 20 at the new improvised 118 seats capacity chamber. He said the new chamber has been expanded by an upper deck provision with capacity of 236 seats, adding the rooms had been connected audio-visually and electronically with large screens. The federal government says the African Aviation and Aerospace University, the AAA, Abuja, will open for registration from the 26th of this month to November 18. Aviation Minister Senator Hadi Sirika, who had disclosed this during a media chat, also added that the institution will start with BSc Aviation Business and BSc Meteorology and later advance to MSc Air Transport Management in the 2023 academic session. Hadi Sirika said the federal government would also sign a memorandum of understanding, hopefully today, Monday, with Nile University, Abuja, for cooperation and partnership in running the hybrid university on campus and online, while the Accident Investigations Bureau headquarters building at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport will serve as temporary headquarters for the university. The National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, has confirmed plans to halt operations at all international airports in the country. The students' body at the weekend in Akure, Ondo State, condemned the current industrial dispute between the federal government and university lecturers, with its National Task Force Chairman, Ojo Raymond Olumide, noting the students were already tired of pleading with both parties about the unending strike. The students claimed that the 4-day closure of highways and expressways was a success, prompting the latest decision to stop international travel from today, September 19, so the elites and government would experience the sufferings that students had gone through owing to the strike. The Anambra State government has banned the wearing of miniskirts as school uniforms in the state. Its Commissioner for Education, Professor Ngozi Chumaode, in Oka, had stated on Sunday that the announcement of the ban became necessary as schools resumed today, Monday. She said the ban had been communicated to education secretaries of public and private schools in the state, having condemned the growing trend of wearing miniskirts as school uniforms and said it was morally wrong and unacceptable in children of school age. The commissioner said education secretaries had been charged to salvage the future of students in Anambra, instill the right morals and discipline. Akwa Ibom State Governor Mr. Udom Emmanuel has ordered a strict probe into the immediate and remote causes of the building collapse at 7 Iman Street off Aka Road, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. The governor also directed the Commissioner for Works and Fire Service to immediately set up a panel of inquiry to investigate the unfortunate incident. According to a statement by the State Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Comrade Ini Emem Obong, the panel is to conclude its work within a month, and if it is found that the collapse of the building was a result of any act of negligence or wrongdoing, those responsible will face the full wrath of the law. He expressed the deepest condolence of the state to the families whose relatives were trapped and eventually died in the collapsed building, while wishing the survivors a quick recovery. At the last count, 6 persons were on Sunday recovered from the rubbles of the 4-story building which reportedly collapsed on Saturday evening. Out of the 6, 2 are reported dead, while doctors at the popular Life Care Specialist Hospital are still battling to save the lives of 4 others who were rushed in there in very critical conditions. An eyewitness, one Christopher Oko, who spoke to reporters at the scene, said after a long search by rescue teams made up of a technical crew of the State Ministry of Works, the State Department of Fire Service, Federal Road Safety Commission, NEMA, and construction companies in the state, a body was recovered which head was severed from the body, while 4 persons were rescued alive. He said not long after they were rushed to the hospital, the second death was recorded owing to multiple injuries. The Lagos State government says it is diverting traffic from Maryland Mende underpass from tomorrow Tuesday, September 20, for continuation of the Okpebi Ojota Link Bridge construction. Commissioner for Transportation Dr. Frederick Oladende had assured that alternative routes had been mapped out to ease movement during the course of the reconstruction of the underpass. The Commissioner further advised motorists to use the Ojota interchange to connect Maryland and its environs, while urging motorists heading towards Mende and its environs to use Mende Street to link Ajose Street and connect Oki Lane. The Commissioner added the repairs of a section of the Lagos-bound lane at the Iyano Era Badagry Expressway, scheduled for September 17, had been postponed till further notice, owing to unforeseen circumstances. You're listening to the biggest stories this Monday morning. Carbon Finance, one of the leading players in the nation's digital banking industry, has kicked off celebrations to mark its 10th anniversary with a promise to transform the banking experience, making banking more accessible and flexible for consumers. Speaking about the bank's offering and the quest, the co-founder and CEO, Chijioke Dozie, had noted that Carbon Finance wants to focus more on its customers' needs and ensure they are adapting to the market demands, as well as change the way Nigerians make payments. Ngozi Dozie, who's also co-founder, introduces the Buy Now, Pay Later product called Carbon Zero, which gives customers the flexibility to shop for whatever at a 0% interest rate. A variety of rewards, including free data vouchers, movie tickets, discounts in select stores, and cash rewards, will be offered to customers as part of the Carbon Anniversary. Outside the country, activities would halt across the UK today as the kingdom says goodbye to Queen Elizabeth II. Schools will close, as will many shops and other businesses on the national bank holiday. Foreign royals and world leaders will join the Queen's family for a service which will be watched by hundreds of millions globally, as hundreds of thousands of people are expected to line the streets of the capital. The late Queen's state funeral will take place at Westminster Abbey in London, and after the service, her coffin will be taken from the Abbey to Wellington Arch at London's Hyde Park Corner. Ahead of the funeral, King Charles had said he had been deeply touched by public support for him and his family. U.S. President Joe Biden has again said the U.S. would defend Taiwan in the event of an unprecedented attack by China. Speaking in a CBS interview, Joe Biden replied yes when asked if that meant U.S. forces would defend Taiwan. The interview aired on Sunday, prompting the White House to reiterate that the U.S. policy had not changed. Washington's policy has always been one of strategic ambiguity. It does not commit to defending Taiwan, but also does not rule out the option. Taiwan is a self-ruled island off the coast of eastern China that Beijing claims as part of its history. And we'll look at business news. The top stories for this Monday morning. Fifth generation technology 5G is now available in Nigeria, according to MTN Nigeria Communications PLC, which commercially launched the fifth generation technology on Sunday. It was launched during an event which enabled guests to test the use of the 5G technology. This follows a pilot launch of 5G by MTN in August, keeping with the Nigerian Communications Commission rollout guideline. With this commercial launch, 5G services are now available in Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Ibadan, Kano, Owerri, and Maiduguri. Nigeria's crude oil revenue has continued to slump as the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries' newly released monthly oil market report for September revealed that the country's crude oil output fell to 900,000 barrels per day last month. According to the OPEC report, Nigeria's crude oil production, according to data reported by direct sources, dropped from 1 million barrels per day recorded in July to 900,000 barrels per day in August. This is as the price of the country's crude grade Bonny Light also dropped by 10% within the space of a month, which is between July and August. Bonny Light, which was sold for $117 per barrel in July, dropped to $106 per barrel in August. However, the country's revenue from crude oil rose significantly year-on-year as Bonny Light price rose by 64% between 2021 and August of 2022. And now look at the exciting world of sports, where Nigeria Professional Football League champions Rivers United are through to the next round of the CAF Champions League despite losing 1-0 to Liberia's Watanga FC on Sunday night. Despite the defeat, Rivers United qualified 3-1 on aggregate to now face Wydad Casablanca of Morocco in the first round of the tournament. The country's other representatives in the competition, Plateau United, also scaled through after a 1-0 win against the Stade Manji of Gabon at the Moshood Abiola Stadium, Abuja, to advance 3-2 on aggregate. The Jos club will do battle with Tunisia's Esperance in the next round. In the other CAF Confederations Cup, Kwara United zoomed into next round despite a goalless draw by Nigeria Republic's AS Douanes in Niamey on Sunday night. The Ilorin club scaled through 3-0 on aggregates and will battle defending champions RS Berkane of Morocco for a place in the group stage. However, in Ikenne, Remo Stars were knocked out of the competition following a 1-0 defeat to AS FAR of Morocco. Having drawn the first leg 1-1, FAR qualified 2-1 on aggregate. And the English Premier League action resumed after a week's break to honour the demise of the Queen. Some matches were still rescheduled. However, the few which went on saw Arsenal beat Brentford 3-0, Manchester City defeated Wolverhampton Wanderers 3-0 as well, Everton beat West Ham United 1-0, and Newcastle United drew 1-1 with Bournemouth. There was also a 6-2 win for Tottenham Hotspur over Leicester. Aston Villa claimed a 1-0 win over Southampton, while Fulham saw Nottingham Forest by 3-2. I'm Victor Njoko, wishing you a wonderful week ahead.